The Adventures of Tom Sawyer, Seeking the Buried Treasure. One day, Tom has a desire to hunt for buried treasure. He then encounters Huck Finn, and the two discuss possible places to find treasure. Tom then realizes that they would go treasure hunting in the haunted house, a deserted building nearby. The following day, Tom and Huck set out for the house, only to realize that it is Friday, the most unlucky day of the week. They decided to pretend they are Robin Hood for the rest of the afternoon and make their way to the haunted house on Saturday. They explore the house's deserted ground floor, then head upstairs as two mysterious men enter downstairs. One is a ragged, unkempt creature with nothing very pleasant about his face. The other is a deaf and mute Spaniard with a long white beard and green goggles, who has been hanging around St. Petersburg recently. The boys watch the two strangers through the floorboards. When the deaf and mute Spaniard speaks, the boys recognize his voice. It is Injun Joe's. Terrified, the boys listen as the two men talk about criminal activities, including a dangerous job that Injun Joe plans. After a while, the two men doze off. Tom wants to leave, but Huck is too frightened that the men might wake up. Eventually, the men wake up and prepare to go. Before they leave, they bury some money they have stolen, worth of $600 in silver, because it is too heavy to carry. While hiding it, they encounter an iron box, which they unearth using the tools that the boys left on the ground floor. The box is full of gold coins, and the boys think ecstatically that the two men will rebury it. However, Injun Joe notices that the boys' tools are new and have fresh earth on them, and he decided that someone must be hanging around the house. Injun Joe starts to go upstairs, but the steps collapse under his weight. He gives up, deciding to take the treasure to another hiding place, called the number 2 under the cross, or statically called number 2 under the cross. The men leave with the loot, and Huck and Tom descend, wishing furiously that they had not left their tools behind for Injun Joe to find. They resolve to keep an eye out for the Spaniard in the hopes of following him to number 2. Then the awful thought occurs to Tom that appear Injun Joe's planned job will be on Tom and Huck. The boys talk it over, and Huck decided that since only Tom testified, Injun Joe's wrath were probably directly on him, and Huck's words, of course, offer little comfort to Tom. The end.